Our Right Now reporter Bradley Warren just arrived on scene. Let's go out to him live.
Hey, Kalai, I just got here. I'm just off exit 270 by Cheney, and I want to show you what's going on behind me right now. Officers are currently working to push the vehicle that's in the road off the road right now. I'm out here in my car this morning, and I want to talk to you about travel, and I want to do it in the form of a Thanksgiving dinner. Now, we're using a picture this morning because everybody knows I can't cook, but I want you to take a look at your screen and see all of the appetizers and the main dishes, and we're just going to go like this. See, we cut several of them out. That's what travel is going to look like this year. We had exactly what you're talking about. That's something we're still seeing this morning. I'm here on 3rd Avenue. You see right behind me, those lights are still off quite a ways down the road. Well, when I pulled on scene today, I never thought that my own car would become a piece of the crime scene, parked just a few yards away from the Teamsters building. You'll see right over there, that's where that potential bomb threat took place. I'm actually doing one of the things that the CDC recommends that we should be doing on school buses right now. I've got my window down because that helps increase the flow of air into the bus. I mean, I even thought it was closed for good, too. Just walking down the street, I've seen a sign several times outside Mizuna that says, closed indefinitely, but some good news to pass on, and we love passing good news on, especially on a Friday right here on the Wake Up Show. The sign outside the door is different. It says reopening Friday. Well, I just want to put this one into perspective for you. You see the sign right there on the door? It says 2 PlayStations, 5 Xboxes, and the line, it's quite deep this morning there. I'm here outside a grocery store this morning, and I spoke to her son. He said he used to hate going to the grocery store with her because they'd go in for one item and it would turn into a 2-hour ordeal because they'd have to stay and talk to every single person in every single aisle because she knew them. That's how big her reach was. And once you drop your ballot in the box right here, it ends up in a box just like this inside the post office, where today boxes full of ballots just like these are going to be passed off. 100 of these $5 bills potentially are on their way to you thanks to that program being put into place. On my car, this is Maddie's car. It's been out here all morning. It was out overnight. She's got several inches up on her car. Because we're having fun on the Wake Up Show this morning and the Super Bowl's just around the corner, I'm going to just toss it back to you.
Oh, it's like, oh gosh, do not make me try to catch.
I'm here in downtown Spokane at the Spokane Regional Health District offices, where over 100 people met earlier today with signs like this that say, "We need Dr. Lutz." All of this coming after he was asked to step down from his position. Moms, dads, nurses, and health district employees meeting here today asking for answers.
We trust science and Dr. Lutz.
I actually was woken up at 7:30 by my manager to tell me directly that Dr. Lutz had been fired. That's what we were told.
Heather works in the county's COVID response division. She says that the doctor carried the weight of 500,000 lives on his shoulder every single day. And right now, her fear is that politics are at play.
People have said, wait, be cautious. There could have been a really rational reason for this. And there could be. But there also could just be a power play based on a struggle to direct Dr. Lutz away from a measured scientific health position on response to COVID-19 based on partisan politics.
Sign after sign this afternoon in downtown Spokane, reiterating a unified message: transparency.
I was livid, absolutely livid, because it is very apparent something is going on. We need to know what's going on. If there's a valid reason for it, then I will support the Board of Health, but we need to know what's going on.
As of right now, Dr. Lutz has not submitted a formal resignation. He says he's hired an attorney, but as for employees, they say they liked working with him and they want answers.
So right now we're in limbo, which means our public health response is in limbo. What we need is the Board of Health to convene a public meeting, address whatever issue it is, and then ultimately make a decision to reinstate him.
Right now, the protesters behind me, they're asking for more transparency from the health department. They've started a petition. They're asking for a public forum so that both sides of this decision can be heard. City leaders and Dr. Bob Lutz himself have weighed in on this, and we've posted their statements up on our website. Reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren. Back to you. The Crescent window displays are back up in downtown Spokane, featuring a new, well, actually an old friend.
Ho, ho, ho. It was a really big surprise when we got a phone call from the Conley family saying, "Hey, we've noticed you found these old window displays. Well, did you know that we happen to have the original Santa Claus that guarded the awning over the department store?"
Back in the 90s, the family that owns the White Elephant purchased the Crescent Santa. The fiberglass piece of Spokane history kept a watch over the Spokane Valley for many years. But now it's back in downtown Spokane with its Crescent family.
In the 60s, in the 70s, if you were to walk down Main Avenue in downtown Spokane, you would be surrounded by holiday decoration. And lining the streets or above the awnings would be giant Christmas trees or a giant Santa Claus.
Well, I'm here in one of the Crescent window displays, and the Downtown Partnership tells me this is actually just a fraction of what could be on display. When the store went out of business, all of these figurines were sold at a fire sale price. People bought them up and still to this day have them wrapped up in their attics at home. You might have a piece of Spokane history on your hands and not even know it.
Oh, the collection will never be complete. Piecing that puzzle back together is part of the fun of bringing this holiday tradition home.
Right now, a very large piece of that puzzle has returned to its Crescent family. But for Elizabeth, with the Downtown Spokane Partnership, getting that whole family back together is the goal.
The more that we get, the more we'll put them to use.
Even though some Spokane traditions have changed and evolved, the Crescent window displays live on in their new home at the Davenport Grand.
It might be a little bit different, it might be a little bit more modern, but it's still the spirit of the holidays. And I think especially in 2020, we could use some of that spirit.
Reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren, KHQ Local News. Well, I'm here at the Swinging Doors right now. It's Cougar Football Saturday. Normally, this place would be full of hundreds of people getting ready to watch the game, but because of COVID restriction, things are different this year. And a lot of local businesses, just like the one that I'm at right now, are getting creative to keep the cash coming through the door.
With the way the things have been lately, 50% capacity, we're not sure what's going to happen.
Normally on game night, over 200 people would be in the Swinging Doors, but with COVID-19, they have to be at a reduced capacity. They can't serve from the bar either.
It's been disastrous. We're off actually hundreds of thousands of dollars this year, and it sounds like a lot of money, but it's the truth.
The owner, Bob, says that he's hopeful that tonight and moving forward, as more sporting events start to pop up, people will return, giving them that much-needed financial boost.
Wazoo games, the pro games, a lot of games, Gonzaga games, and we look for that for our revenue. When people can't come in, it's tough.
For game day, the Swinging Doors has put into place strict sanitizing. They're taking reservations over the phone, and they're even sending you home with your cup to cut down on interactions. The Swinging Doors, though, they're not alone. The Village Center Cinemas just reopened last week. With limited movies to show, they're actually putting the game up on the big screen.
I'm still limited capacity. I'm only at 25%, and our biggest theater right now only holds 65 people, so it's up to that many, and it'd be great if I get 65 people.
Admission to watch the Coug game on the big screen is free, but the theater is hopeful that purchases made from the concession stand will help make up for lost revenue.
Oh, it helps. Everything helps. It's great to see life in this theater again, people walking around.
The manager of the Village Center Cinemas Theater, Armando, he says that he and his crew are following those restrictions that have been put into place by the governor very tightly, and he's looking forward to hosting more and more game days down the road. As for the owner of the Swinging Doors, he says the fan experience might be different for a little while, but he's in it for the long haul. His restaurant is going nowhere.
We'll get through this. It's going to be difficult, but we'll make it.
Reporting in Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren. Go Cougs! Well, if you're from Spokane like I am, chances are you've stood in this line right here, all for this picture with Santa. Now this year, because of coronavirus, things are looking different. But right here at River Park Square, the crew, they're doing everything they can to help your kid sit right here and take that picture with the big guy. Normally, Santa would come down an escalator to cheers and children as far as the eye can see. But this year, reminders to stay socially distant, they're right next to the holiday decoration.
I am asking for a new skateboard. And I am asking for ice skates.
Earlier today, sisters Bella and Hadley, they stopped by the Christmas tree at River Park Square to investigate the situation.
Well, our parents were like, well, I don't know if Santa pictures are going to happen this year because it's like so many kids are sitting in the same person's lap,
For all the kids across Spokane, Santa is arriving back at River Park Square on November 21st, and pictures will start soon after.
Santa is so excited to come back to Spokane and River Park Square. Our community loves him. He loves our community. We're going to keep him safe and healthy and all the guests safe and healthy.
This year, Santa will be taking part in social distancing. Your kids will sit on a gift about 6 feet in front of Santa, but the way the camera is angled will make it look much closer. One thing that's different this year, you'll be able to make reservations. The team at River Park Square says months of planning went into Santa's trip back to Spokane.
It made me smile to see our River Park Square community come together with the Santa elves, merchants, to really make eggs into eggnog, we'll say, for the holidays, and really to maintain that holiday magic that everyone is expecting.
And for the two sisters, Bella and Hadley, they say this is something everyone can get excited about.
I think it will help a lot of kids and make them a lot happier, knowing that they'll get to tell Santa what they want and hopefully get it, you know?
Well, River Park Square says they're still taking walk-ins for pictures with Santa Claus, but it's highly encouraged that this year you make an appointment. We've got more information up on KHQ.com, but for now, reporting in downtown Spokane, I'm Bradley Warren, KHQ Local News.